Hey y'all, Wendy here. I'm sitting here at the baseball diamond at the park near my house. And I'm looking up at the sky here and it looks like it's going to rain like possibly any minute. So I'm going to do my best here to say what I want to say as fast as I can, although I know that at times I can be a bit long-winded. So I'll just go ahead and share. I guess really the biggest news that I want to share with y'all today is that I've owned that I'm an artist. It almost feels kind of silly to say it because when I run into people lately and they want to know what's going on and I say, oh well, I've owned that I'm an artist. I'm an artist. They're like, yeah, duh, Wendy. People come into my house and they see art that I've bought or art that I've created, art that I wear, my jewelry that I create, the art that is hanging on my walls. It's to other people it's obvious, but to me it really wasn't. There's really a whole long lifetime story around this, and it's part of my book, which I am writing. All I can say is that I'm just very happy to be able to own that I am an artist, that after all these years that I know who I am. Oh gosh, I did not know that I was going to do this. So anyways, all I can say is that when I was a little girl, I wanted to do art. I wanted to sing. I wanted to play the piano. I wanted to dance. I wanted to play the guitar. I wanted art lessons. I was a very precocious child. And I think my parents didn't know what to do with me. So I guess the easiest thing to do was just to not do anything. And so by the time that I was 10, and I did finally get an oil paint set, but you know, I think I was already shut down by that time, and by the time I went to college, it wasn't even a thought in my mind. And so my entire lifetime I've wanted to be an artist, I've wanted to paint, I've wanted to create art, and about 20 years ago I did. I took a class and I started to paint, and those are the paintings that are on my wall. I have sketchbooks from 20 years ago and paintbrushes and paints, and I still have my little art case from when I was 10. And I got shut down again about 20 years ago when a teacher said something about a big giant piece of artwork that I created. And over the years a little bit of art has been seeping out, but I never saw that I was an artist. I never could see that. If somebody asked if I was an artist, I would say no. When I do art when I'm inspired, but no, I'm not an artist. It's crazy. I mean, I have all sorts of jewelry that I've made over the years. I've got all kinds of supplies, paint supplies, oil paints, watercolors, acrylics, all kinds of pencils, watercolor pencils and charcoal pencils, and all kinds of sketch pads and drawings that I did 20 years ago. And just can remember all the visions of things that I've wanted to paint. I see shapes and buildings and visions, everything I want to paint and draw. And I didn't see it. It's just still very crazy, but it's really all part of the journey. It's part of the book. It's part of I think what's going on right now. I think there's many people like me that are stuck artists that haven't been able to own and embody and unleash their art into the world. And all I can say is that when I do my art, I'm happy, I'm blissful. I don't maybe want to do my art 8 hours a day every single day because I have so many other things that get me excited, but at the core of my gifts is my art. And it has shown up in everything that I've done in the past almost 30 years of business. My creative abilities have come out in so many interesting ways, whether it was in the design of my print catalogs for my ergonomic business, or my little drawings, or my poetry. It just, everything came out in its creative way. And so I guess the pain of my life has been that I wasn't doing what my soul wanted me to do. I wasn't like painting and bringing out the color and being the artsy fartsy person on the outside that I have been on the inside. Although it has shown to other people have known that. They've called me artsy fartsy, although I couldn't see it. And I don't know, it's such a big relief. It's such a big relief to know this about myself, to be able to claim this about myself. It's going to be part of my new coaching program, which feels, more authentic than anything else that I've created or offered in the past 2 or 3 years since I sold my business. And all I can say is that now that I've really owned who I am, I can see how over the years I have been this artist pretending not to be one, though it wasn't a conscious thing. And I've been trying to live in this other type of world that I felt was expected of me, but it wasn't conscious. I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe it will. Just, it feels good. And I guess that's all I'm going to share for right now. I'm going to keep this as short as I can. I've got a lot more to share, but perhaps I can break that up into separate videos. So thank you very much for listening, and I will talk to you soon. See you later. Bye.